Every 60 minutes, a snake bites a human being. Every 24 hours, one of those bites is fatal. Between 81,000 and 138,000 people die from snake bites every year. This is a death toll that exceeds most armed conflicts on the planet, yet it continues rising as human populations expand into ancient habitats. The math of these encounters is surprisingly narrow. Of 3,700 known snake species, only 600 are venomous. Fewer than 200 can kill a healthy adult, yet they inhabit every continent except Antarctica, placing them in constant proximity to growing human populations. These animals never hunt humans. To a venomous snake, a human being is not prey, but a massive, lethal threat. Understanding why these encounters turn fatal requires stripping away our emotional fear. We have to look at the biology of the venom systems and the reality of the people who face the consequences. The Australian outback holds more highly venomous species per square kilometer than any other landmass. The inland taipan holds the record for the most toxic venom of any land snake. A single bite delivers enough neurotoxins, hemotoxins, and anticoagulants to kill 100 adult humans. One professional handler in Queensland described his bite as feeling like a sharp minor sting. Within 30 minutes, his muscles were failing and his vision blurred. He survived because he received antivenom at a hospital within 40 minutes. Physicians later stated that another 10 minutes without treatment would have been fatal. In the sub-Saharan savanna, the challenge is not just the snake, but the distance to that life-saving intervention. The black mamba is the fastest land snake on Earth. It is named for the ink-black coloration inside its mouth, the last thing a victim sees before a high-speed strike. It often delivers multiple bites in a single sequence, injecting a lethal mix of neurotoxins and cardiotoxins. When a farmer in rural Mozambique was bitten twice in his field, the nearest hospital was 3 hours away. Within 90 minutes, his respiratory muscles began to paralyze. He died before he could reach medical help. Evolution designed the mamba as a hyper-efficient delivery system. In rural Africa, the distance to medical infrastructure often turns a defensive strike into a certain fatality. In South Asia, agricultural lowlands force humans and snakes into the same narrow corridors of land. The Russell's viper relies on its camouflage to hide in rice paddies and sugarcane fields where farmers work. It is a heavy-bodied snake that stays still in the loose soil, right where people walk barefoot in the low light of dawn and dusk. Its bite causes consumptive coagulopathy, a process where the venom uses up all the body's clotting factors, causing catastrophic internal bleeding and tissue destruction. Many survivors are left with permanent kidney damage or limb dysfunction. In the rainforests of the Americas, the fur-de-lance causes more fatalities than any other species. It is a large, defensive pit viper with fangs that can exceed an inch and venom glands capable of a massive injection volume. Because its venom causes immediate and severe tissue necrosis, the physical stakes are high. In documented cases, even a 90-minute response time may not be enough to prevent surgical debridement or amputation. These snakes do not need to be the most toxic in the world to be the most dangerous. They simply exist in the exact places where humans live and work. Every one of these encounters, from the Australian outback to the fields of Tamil Nadu, happened because a human entered the space an animal was already occupying. We are expanding into their habitat and farming in their territory. Global snakebite mortality is the result of a human-wildlife coexistence failure, where our geography and their biology inevitably collide. These snakes live in a world where they are preyed upon by raptors, honey badgers, and monitor lizards. Their venom is their only defense. When a human gets too close, the snake deploys a survival-level response that has been refined over 50 million years of evolution. Addressing this crisis requires two things: a deep respect for the animal's physical space and a medical infrastructure capable of reaching rural communities. When we look at the biology of these strikes, the conclusion is clear. Every snake that has ever bitten a human being was afraid first.